All right, so far this week, we have done some backfilling outside of the basement and underneath the stairs for the concrete guys coming today. We had the rebar and the vapor barrier done underneath the garage slab, and we dug a series of holes up at the front of the house by hand just to get ready for the pad pour again as part of the concrete today. Later today, we're going to be doing our first course for Lincoln Blocks, at least for part of the house, and then concrete. And that's going to take up pretty much all of today for us. So over here, we have the stairs leading out of my basement. We're putting these in so we can have an egress option that wasn't window wells. We are, well, one, we have to do this today anyway, because the concrete for this, for the stairs and that, it's supposed to be tomorrow. I'll check with them to see if that's the truth. But, so it has to happen anyways, but we're also waiting on Andrew. It's Andrew Strange.
He really needs a PhD.
Oh, concrete's maybe tomorrow. So this needs to be ready for them to pour into it. Andrew is supposed to be bringing us some blocks today and some of the supplies to do that top layer. So we will be doing bolt down up there. We have backfilled in under where the stairs are being poured today. We did a couple inches of dirt, compacted it, a couple more inches of dirt, compacted it all the way up, and now we have a nice slope underneath the stairs so we can use a little less concrete, make it easier on the concrete guys. And then over here, we've installed a depression for the drain. So instead of putting a drain in the center and then running it over and tying it into our drain line at the footing of the house, we just put in this foam here that after the concrete's poured, we'll rip all the foam out and we'll have a nice channel directly down to our footing drain so that any water that gets in this well here will just be carried away. So yesterday afternoon through the evening, we actually finished up right after the sun had set. We were digging by hand this series of holes here. They're 30 by 30 by 18. These are our footers for our front deck coming off of our great room and our entrance. They are supporting the deck, but more importantly, they're holding up the roof. The roof extends past the structure over the deck, and especially in the two corners, these footings are what's supporting the roof. So behind me here on the bed of my truck is the Lincoln Blocks that we're going to be installing today as part of our first course on the north part of our building. What that's going to entail is basically putting down a foam, a layer of marine foam or sill foam on top of the top cap on the foundation. After that, the Lincoln Blocks get cut and set on top, and then we'll go and router out a hole on top of the block for a special custom washer that you put in the hole and clamp down onto our J-bolt. The point of that is to pin clamp and pin the Lincoln block onto the foundation. At that point, it doesn't move anymore. We really, today and the next couple of days when we're doing our first course, we have to be very careful. Any error we make in these next couple of days will be propagated throughout the whole project. They're carried through the walls the whole way up. So we just have to be really careful to basically be right where we need to be. Everything needs to be just about as perfect as we can make it. Right now, I'm cutting out and dry fitting the first course of Lincoln blocks. So we're just doing 4.5-inch cutbacks for our plate walls and 1.5-inch cutbacks for our gable walls at the corners. Laying out the first course, getting the corners cut. After every piece is cut out, we're going to router out a pocket in the top for our plates and bolts, and then we'll get foam in here and get bolted down. We're looking for down in here where the bolts are. These plates will go set into the block over the bolt, and we run a piece of all thread up through here and we bolt everything down.
We'll live them all down. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that router. Yeah, he smells like he's really healthy. Alex!
Yes, Bob.
Turn that thing up.
What?
Turn that thing up.
I mean, sure, it's working great. The cedar's so soft, it just doesn't need a whole lot of juice.
Yeah, but you might be surprised, like high-speed cutting in soft materials is like butter.
All right, I'll turn it up. You know what? We'll go to 7, and we'll see what it feels like.
Where are you at?
1.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. And this stuff is so soft that I didn't really feel like I needed to turn it up, but oh dear. Okay. That's a little spicy. Let's see. Maybe that might be too much. We'll find out. What's that?
Today we are doing the bolt down for this side of the building, or at least part of it. So we're bolting the Lincoln blocks down to the top of the top plate here after we get the Lamitech foam. Yeah. So we routed out holes for all of the washers that we bolt down with earlier today and yesterday, and today we're just going to be doing the bolting down. Other than that, we cut out flashing, this stuff here, all around the exterior of the area that we're bolting down. That'll keep rain off of the top plate and just keep everything nice for a long time. So we have these pieces here transitioning from the top plate on our step-up transitions. I'm just ram setting the plate into place. Right now they're only nailed on the top, and we're just nailing them into the column.
bring any midget?
Andrew?
Hmm?
You bring any midget?
No midgets. What do you need them for? Kind of thing. I'll have to crank down a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty good.
I mean, and I also could take off a little bit. It looks like we're pivoting right here, though.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a little bit high, which can't really be fixed because we're sitting on this. But it'll be okay. That looks close enough. With Lamitech, it should be good. I'll bring out my finisher's tape.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, and then the last one is the fours, which we're gonna see. I guess we can't really do. We could try to do that transition, like bridge a piece, but that's gonna
Right there.
Yeah, right here we're gonna do.
Yeah.
But on this transition, it's gonna be off an inch. I know that already. We might even have to add a little rip. It's gonna be. What is it? Can you measure that?
Yeah.
Just from. We're looking at about an inch. I mean, that's close enough to fix over a run, but that's yeah. So these are all supposed to be the same. Maybe no, because that. Wait, which piece is that?
This one that I have with me.
Yeah, is that from this rip
from
over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is connect. You know, it's all should be the same.
No, cause this rip right here, we're gonna try to have it so this rip is only for this piece right here, and then we're gonna run this rip on these other corners. So we're burying the difference in that back corner between this rip and that rip. That makes sense?
Sure.
So let's take this part down and then grab that rip over there, and we'll try it under there.
So this week we finished the prep for concrete, and we got concrete poured on Wednesday, both the pad for the garage and the stairs leading out of the basement. Now that's all done, the concrete crew doesn't have to come out anymore, and we're good to go on lumber and wood and building the house. The other things that we did include finishing up bolting down some of the top plate on the foundation, and then getting our first course, at least for part of the house, cut and dry fit, and then we milled out holes for the bolts that secure them down to the top plate on top of the blocks. So we're pretty much good to go for our bolt down today and maybe some of this weekend and Monday to get our first course completed, and then from there we're just building up the home. Anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you next week.
Remember to like and subscribe.